standing in the fire.
No mana.
Yeah, just keep flying up in the air. Even though I have a bow, I can't hit you when you're in the air.
Out of mana.
Yeah, right off the bat. Damn. Twitch playing you dirty, bro. Big dirty. Waypoint.
Break.
Small soul.
Oh, it's warm. Why is it warm?
Why is it warm? I don't like how things are blue in the corners. Wait. Bring this all the way back here. So I keeps thinking it's like blue sarcophagi.
Come alive,
This is a
I
barn.
just know it.
A Val ruin that hasn't been looted? No one from camp has managed to make it.
What's
to
up,
this
Mahjong?
part of the jungle
How you
and
doing today,
survive.
buddy?
Until now. This mechanism.
Yo, if you're on that Facebook side, hit that like.
Would open that door. There should definitely be soul cores somewhere around here. They had to power these constructs somehow. Oh goodness!
Of
No
course.
stone under.
Ow. What a chest. Hey Nexa, I'm doing good. I'm tired, but we doing good. How you doing? Walk through Walmart. Does that mean you have me on loud, or do you have earphones in? Happened yesterday? No shit. Oh, I'm glad they're all right. Physically as well. Yeah, dude, that shit's wild. Absolutely wild. I didn't look too much into the details of it, but the fact that this stuff is happening, especially at like religious schools, it's insane. Just absolutely insane. Yo, this guy's over here looking at dicks. He's looking at dicks on his phone. Everybody look. This guy's looking at dicks. Yeah. Okay. Like, where the hell are the parents that this shit just keeps happening? You cannot feign ignorance and be like, well, we didn't know. Like, how do you not know? Hey, you wanted to play a dangerous game. Don't blame me. Love you, buddy. There haven't been 121 school shootings. There's probably been like somewhere between 4 to 6. Any shooting that happens within, it's like a 5-mile radius of a school, they consider it a school shooting. So those numbers are completely just inflated and made up. It might be even further than 5 miles. That's the problem. I think it might be like 10 miles. No, we don't need stricter gun control, because the thing is, well, what they've changed into now is that parents are getting charged for this. Because how are these kids getting these weapons? They're taking it from their parents. So, which I completely agree. If you're dumb enough to be able to let your child access weapons easily, and if you don't think they know how to get to them, like, you're an absolute moron. Yeah, exactly. It makes even less sense, right, Mahjong? We live in a world where bullying goes completely... The victims of bullying get punished just as much and or more than the bullies get. But yeah, exactly. I'm with Anthony on it. Fucking teachers should be able to carry. If you're not going to let teachers carry, put more cops in the schools. Like one officer for an entire school is just ridiculous. our most vulnerable places have the least amount of security at them. Hospitals, schools, churches, all that kind of stuff. That is fucking stupid. Why are we letting our children in general not be protected as fully as they should? And Daryl, the screenings are 100% thorough. You go through an NCIS background check anytime you buy a weapon. Anytime you buy a weapon, you have to go through an NCIS background check. It doesn't get more full than that. I agree, Mahjong. We could have vets doing it. But at the same time, there's too many veterans that have no idea what they're doing with weapons. No idea. You don't want somebody that's like, oh yeah, I'm a vet, but they were a desk jockey their entire career. Like, and you don't want fucking door kicker combat vets doing it either. You would want people like me who taught gunnery, marksmanship, and was a master gunner for like my entire goddamn career. Like, I taught ROE, I taught fucking PID. Like, when you, like, knowing exactly when your weapon should be in what degree of, but I don't even know what the word to use it on, but whether your weapon is green, amber, or red status, like, just knowing when to pull a trigger, knowing when to pull a weapon. We need more training in that in general. And it's so fucking easy to do, but we don't do it. So when somebody talks about stricter gun control, that's where our stricter gun control should be going. If you want to own a weapon, you should have to be doing one, ESTs, electronic simulation training, which makes it so much goddamn easier. It is so cheap. One, it's cheaper than actually shooting live rounds. Two, it gives you the actual common sense on how to engage in scenarios, because you can change the scenarios in the EST to whether it's a shoot or no shoot situation. And like every like aspect of it, you can choose beforehand or as they're going through it on what they're going to do. And it's so easy to train. It's so goddamn easy to train. Wait for a bad person to bring a gun. Exactly. It really does. There's no way to do a mental health screening on it though, Daryl. If you don't have any prior there is mental health screening when you buy a weapon. There actually is. It's not super in depth, but say they put, well, if you have mental health concerns or like issues, you shouldn't be able to own a weapon if you have them to this level. Where do we shut that off? Because that means I wouldn't be allowed to own weapons because I have PTSD, anxiety with panic disorder and depression. So I shouldn't own a weapon? That doesn't make sense. Exactly, dog. Exactly. No, because the problem is, Daryl, the people who are shooting up the schools are usually kids. It's usually other kids. It's very rarely do we have to worry about it being an adult. And it's not going to be like a combat vet that goes insane. Like, if they do, that's going to happen anywhere. It's like, I'm not worried so much about that. But we have to stop making it so these kids are obtaining these weapons. Because every single time it's some kid got a present or got a hold of their parents' weapon, and it's so fucking easy to prevent that from happening. So it falls down to the parent, and it should be on them, and they should be doing fucking life in jail for it. What's the number one school shooting that everybody remembers and everybody reverts back to. Sandy Hook in Connecticut. It happened while I was deployed. The dude that did it, I don't even fucking remember his name. I can't remember. Adam Lanza. He went and he took his mother's rifle that his mother bought. It was an AR, and he was just had perfect access to it. That's on the parent. 100% on the parent. Self-inflict in the end, which is what happened here too, dog. She offed herself at the end of it. Yeah, exactly. Locked up in a way that they have no fucking access to it. And if you don't have the means to be able to put those weapons away where they cannot reach them, then you shouldn't have them in the house at all. You shouldn't have them at all. Absolutely an ammo separated if you have kids. But see, here's the thing. These are all laws already. These are laws. But people just don't follow them. That's why it's 100%, I believe, if you fuck up and you let your kids get access to this shit, you should be doing life in jail. 100% you should be doing life in jail because you're the fucking reason that they had access to it to begin with. Now, I'll tell you right now, it is not fucking hard to go out on the street and buy an illegal weapon off of somebody, off of some gang member or something. It is not hard at all. Life can vary, of course, but we're talking like, you know, majority rules here. And at a given time, absolutely not. I have 3 loaded weapons in my house right now. But I don't have children around. Liz would never touch one unless she was literally... unless I told her to. But it's like, there's no children that live anywhere around me in like a fast... There's 5 people who live in my entire building. Like, it... You can ask Anthony, he's seen it. Like, the whole building's pretty big for only 5 fucking people living in it. If kids are in the house, yes, I completely agree. Like, I don't need to lock these up because there's no danger present to anybody. But you can bet your ass if there was a child in here, I would not have some dinky safe. I would have like a 2-3 grand safe that everything is in, locked up, double locked, except the weapon that I'm carrying. And that would still go into like a bedside case every time that it was off of my body. And coddling, yeah. See, and these are all things I can agree with, but when it comes down to it, I also believe that every single American should own a weapon. Every single American should own a weapon and be trained on how to use it. All right, Mahjong, take it easy, buddy. Happy you jumped into all this. I need a drink, though. I'll be right back. Yeah, there you go, dog. It's the smart way to do it. I don't know about everybody should learn from a young age. I don't know if I fully agree with that. Like, it's not a bad thing, but if you're not in like a big hunting family or something like that, you really have no need to be teaching them at super young ages. At least not in the point where they should have any kind of access to it, especially. Yeah. And you know what? You don't need to do that with a real gun either. You can literally get airsoft guns, cheap airsoft guns, and still teach them the same way with it. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Starting with BB guns is a great way. Like I said, airsoft guns, BB guns. Nothing wrong with starting with that way. See, my first gun that I started on was a 30-30, and I was like 4 or 5 years old. I had BB guns and then like the actual first gun that was like, here you go. You're shooting this and you're learning it, because we didn't have a 22 at the time. We only had the 30-30 and the 12 gauge, and 12, even though the 30-30 has a hell of a kick, the 12 gauge was just way too much. It was too big and too long as well. For the time, yeah. See, that was the other thing. My dad never brought our guns back to the house. He left them at my aunt's house. So we would get them, and then we would go onto the land. Repetition is the best way to learn. The other problem with kids and, getting them ready with guns and everything is children are very emotional. They haven't learned. I mean, majority of fucking adults haven't even learned how to deal with their emotions, but kids don't know. Most kids don't have very good emotional intelligence. So you never want them to be able to feel like they can be around or have easy access to a gun. In the home, yeah. Every day, yeah, Scott, yeah. Yeah, all right, buddy, you go get ready. What are you going live on? Like, what are you playing? 100%, dog. 100%. I could not agree more. There's nothing else? Okay, gotcha. I don't even think it's that. I think it's just parents aren't allowed to parent anymore. But I don't disagree with what you're saying at all. Like, it is a problem. Social media in general at a young age is a problem. Because kids learn shit that and then they think that they're right about stuff. And it's like, I'm not a believer in beating your kid senseless, but smacking your kid when they fucking get way out of line. Ow, fuck. Like, taking away their iPad and shit isn't going to teach them any consequences that are like everlasting learning. Kids need to know that, you know, the actions of your consequences can be so severe that it's life altering. Yeah, guys, go follow Anthony if you're not. Go throw him up a tab since he's going live. Everyone gets a trophy. Yeah, that shit's just fucking stupid. Yeah, I did absolutely dumb shit as a kid. Perfect kids, good, dude. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's because you probably raised them with emotional intelligence. And there's a difference between parenting gently and teaching them emotional intelligence than gentle parenting and not being present. Oh, I got the fist, the steel toe boot, the fucking belt, soap, hands with rings on them. Dude, I got the shit beat out of me as a kid. But some kids need a good fucking smack in the mouth. Sports, etc. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, you were a present parent. But, you know, we can't blame all parents for not being able to be present, because in this life that we're all living now, most parents are both working jobs and some working multiple jobs. So it's like not all parents can be present, and that's a big part of it. That was enough. Bro, my dad would find some weird fucking ways. Painful ways too.
74 shipments of soul cores in the span of 3 moons.
For God over coddling. Yeah, exactly.
It still won't be enough. If our fears become realized, we have
at the same time, yeah, and it fucking sucks, Connor, that it has to be that way.
I accept this.
Because that's where we get like this chick who just shot up the school. The parents clearly aren't there. And if they're not there, they're not going to see what's going on. But I still fully believe that they should be charged. They 100% should be charged. Because it's still your job as a parent to know what's going on in your kid's life, especially if you're going to give them or make it available for them to have weapons around. Like 100%. They should be in jail for minimal manslaughter. But I think you should be doing 25 to life. Legal guardian? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But see, kind of the difference is even if you're not around that much as, you know, any parent should want to be, I guarantee you're still very active in your children's life. You probably sit down, like, you're a very smart, calm person. I guarantee you sit there and you talk to your children and figure out what's going on in their lives every chance you get. Like, you probably know how they're feeling. You probably know what's going on. You probably can tell when something's wrong.